Hello. Welcome to Learning Guitar for Dummies. I'm John Chappell, professional guitarist, instructor, and author of Guitar for Dummies and Rock Guitar for Dummies. For this program, I've created 9 brand new, easy-to-follow lessons that I guarantee will get you started playing the guitar. In this step-by-step program, you'll learn basic guitar skills like tuning, playing chords, strumming, an introduction to fingerstyle, and approaching written music. But don't worry, you don't have to read music to play along with and learn from this program. But just in case you'd like to refer to music, you'll sometimes see music written on the screen. Don't forget, you also have the accompanying booklet to refer to. I'll also be teaching you specific songs in a variety of styles that you can practice, perform, and otherwise amaze your friends and family with. During the lessons, I play 3 types of guitars: solid body electric, steel string acoustic, and nylon string classical. However, you need to play only one guitar, and that guitar can be whichever one you're comfortable with. Throughout the program, you'll see these icons, which are designed to help illustrate your lessons. Beware. This icon alerts you to vital information that you can't ignore without the risk of damaging something, like your equipment or yourself. Pay close attention when you see this icon. The Mythbuster icon points out common misconceptions about playing the guitar. Remember. This icon signifies important information that comes up again and again. Jargon alert. With this icon, you get plain English explanations for words and terms that may be unfamiliar to you. The tip icon simply indicates a handy tidbit of information that's designed to make your life easier, and it's offered at no additional cost. Before we begin, I'd like to give you a few words of encouragement. Although you can watch this program in approximately an hour, you'll take a lot longer than that to really master all the techniques that are presented here. I play the examples the way they should sound after you've practiced them for a while. If you can't play something right away, or if the music you play doesn't sound like the music you're hearing on screen, practice the exercise or piece for as long as you need, and then come back to check your work. Just remember to keep a sense of perspective about the entire process. And above all, have fun. Grab your guitar and get comfortable. Ready? Good. Let's play some guitar. Before we begin making beautiful music together, let's get acquainted with the guitar family. You may notice that I am surrounded by a bevy of beauties, namely these 3 different types of guitars. There are all sorts of models and variations in the world of guitars, but I have here with me the 3 most popular types: a solid body electric, represented here by the Fender Stratocaster, a steel string acoustic, represented by the Taylor 814 CE, and a nylon string classical, represented by the Yamaha GCX 31C. In order for an electric guitar to be audible, it needs to be played through an amplifier. And so I also have a combo amp here, which means that the speaker and electronics are contained in one cabinet. The amp I'm using is the Line 6 FlexTone 2. Although I'll be switching guitars throughout the program, which guitar you use to follow along is entirely up to you. All the techniques I'll demonstrate can be played equally well on an acoustic, electric, or classical. If you're undecided about which guitar you think you may want to play, it may help to know that electric guitars are used for jazz, blues, rock, country, and R&B. Nylon string guitars are used for flamenco and classical music, but they are completely at home in many folk and acoustic-based styles as well. Steel string acoustic guitars are quite versatile, at home in rock ballads, folk, new age, blues, and country music. Those are just some of the differences among the 3 types of guitars. But you don't necessarily have to choose any one over the other. The best thing to do is to have one of each kind and just grab the one that suits your mood. Or as they say on TV infomercials, collect them all. Let's take a guided tour and really get comfortable with your instrument. On any guitar, the body is the large, shapely wooden mass that makes up the bulk of the instrument. On an acoustic, the body acts as the resonator, making the sound audible. The top is the face or front of the guitar's body. On an acoustic guitar, the top is sometimes called the soundboard because its vibrations produce the sound you actually hear. On an electric guitar, the top is often a cosmetic or decorative cap that overlays the rest of the body material. The bridge connects the strings to the body. On an acoustic, the bridge is made of wood. On an electric, the bridge is made of metal and may have a more elaborate construction. The pickguard is a piece of flat synthetic material that protects the guitar's top from the pick. The neck is the long wooden piece that holds the strings. Located on top of the neck, you have the fretboard, which is a thin, flat piece of wood that holds the frets. Frets are the skinny little metal bars that run perpendicular to the neck. The decorative dots or shapes on the surface of the fretboard and on the side of the neck are called fret markers and are used to help you navigate your way around the neck. The headstock is at the top of the neck and holds the tuning machines. It's also here where the manufacturer usually displays its logo. The tuning machines are geared mechanisms that raise and lower the tension of the strings, allowing you to tune the guitar. The strings wrap around a post that sticks through the headstock. The post passes through the headstock to a tuning key, which is what you turn with your hand to adjust the pitch. The nut is the little sliver of nylon, metal, or other material that sits between the headstock and the rest of the neck. The strap pins are metal posts or studs that are located where the strap connects to the body. The strap pin on the bottom of the guitar is sometimes called the end pin. The strings are the 6 metal or nylon wires that produce the notes you hear. The truss rod is an adjustable steel rod that can be rotated to help keep the neck straight. Access to the truss rod is through a hole in the headstock or at the base of the neck. On an electric guitar, the pickups are bar-like magnets that create a tiny electrical current, which the amplifier converts into big musical sound. The pickup selector is a switch that determines which pickup or combination of pickups is currently active. Each setting on the pickup selector yields a slightly different sound. The volume and tone controls are knobs that vary the loudness of the guitar's sound and its bass and treble content. The output jack is where you put the cord that connects your guitar to the amplifier. Now that you know something about its components, you're ready to move on to the proper holding and handling of your guitar. The first and most important step in learning the guitar is getting comfortable. You must be in a relaxed and natural position with your guitar so that you can play the exercises and pieces effectively and so that you can spend long hours doing it without incurring muscle strain. Try to find an environment or setup that can be more or less permanent for your music-making activities. Use a desk chair or other type of straight-back chair as long as it doesn't have arms, and provide yourself with a good light source. And make sure you're not crammed into a corner or up against the wall. Even though it's possible to read music or a chord chart laid flat on a desktop or table, I recommend investing in a music stand. They're not expensive, and they let you see the music clearly without bending too far forward or craning your neck, 2 activities that can cause fatigue and strain over time. Plus, the lip of the stand allows you to keep on hand such essential items as picks, pencils, and an electronic tuner. I also recommend you keep a small travel clock on the stand so you can see how long you've been practicing. We'll cover the electronic tuner in the very next lesson on tuning. The way I'm sitting now is not the only way to play guitar, but it's a pretty good starting point. Notice that I'm sitting upright, not slouched, in my armless straight-back chair. The guitar rests on my right thigh, and my arms fall naturally around it. Classical guitarists have the option of placing the instrument between their legs and elevating their left leg on a book or a footstool. This is the traditional way to